Welcome back, Dimers, and for today's episode of the Daily Dime series, we will talk about the 9 games on the schedule. Yes, sir, including that game against the Lakers and the T-Wolves. For our quick Dimer thoughts, we'll be talking about former number 1 overall pick, Markelle Fultz, and his emergence this season. And of course, we still have the top 5 plays of the night. Yes, sir. The Dropping Dimes podcast Daily Dime series starts about now. Welcome back again to the Dropping Dimes podcast by J.I. Dimes. If you haven't done it yet, please click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell so that you can follow all the episodes of the podcast. Feel free also to smash the like button, leave a comment, and share the video as well. So again, welcome back to the Daily Dime series. This is now episode 5. If you want to follow the podcast, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter, Spotify, and Anchor. Of course, you can catch the episodes on YouTube. You can also catch it on Facebook and Instagram. Let's kick off the episode with our travel back in time. Okay, so way back, December 27, 2006. Yes, the masked man himself, Richard "Rip" Hamilton, put out or scored 51 points against the New York Knicks. Yes, but they lost in that game 151 to 145, but still Rip Hamilton balled out some 14 years back against the New York Knicks as he dropped 51 against the Knicks. So that is it for our travel back in time. Let's now go to our spin and dime segment. Okay, so for our spin and dime segment, again, this is brought to us by Sports Daily News. You can follow them on Instagram at sports_daily news_. Literally, like a minute into the results, they have it already. So for all the latest scores and updates, Sports Daily News is the way to go. So again, we started the day with a demolition job by the Mavs on the Clippers, 124 to 173. That was followed by Phoenix. Another game was Phoenix winning against the Kings 116 to 100. The Warriors finally getting their first win via a Damian Lee game winner 129-128 against the Bulls, and then Domantas Sabonis leading his Pacers to a 3-0 record via his own game winner against the Celtics. How about the Knicks, huh? The Knicks winning against the Bucks 130 to 110, and then the Cleveland Cavaliers, yes sir, beating the Sixers 118 to 94. Cavs now 3-0. Pelicans beating the Spurs 98 to 95. Okay, and then of course we also have the Wizards losing again to Markelle Fultz and the Magic 120 to 113. Another upset here, the Hornets beating the Nets 106 to 104. We all thought it would be a blowout. That didn't happen. And later, we'll feature also the game of the Lakers, our 4th featured game. So we have 4 featured games for today. Let's start off with this one. Yes, sir. The Dallas Mavericks literally demolished the LA Clippers, who did not have Kawhi Leonard. They won by 51 points and at one time was up 77 to 27. Luka Doncic led the way. Easy win for the Mavs. What the heck happened to the Clippers again? So this was a score 124-73. Luka had 24, 9, and 8. Josh Richardson continues to play well for the Mavs, 21, 3, and 2. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 18, 5, and 2. And then must-see PG, not so must-see today, reverted back to his pandemic self with 15, 2, and 4. Serge Ibaka, who was a culprit for why Kawhi Leonard is injured, 13, 9, and 1. And Zubac had 10 and 2. Let's now go to our second featured game. So this is our second featured game. Domantas Sabonis attacking and boom, gives them the lead and the win. Domantas Sabonis looking like Pau Gasol with that new hairstyle of his as the Celtics lose to the Pacers by 1. So Malcolm Brogdon had a solid game again. Yes, sir. 25, 5, and 5. That's super good. He's on my fantasy team. Fortunately, we lost. That's okay. The bonus had 19, 10, and 5, including the game winner, and TJ Warren had 17 and 5. Jason Tatum, 25, 11, and 5. Jaylen Brown had 18, 2, and 4. And rookie Peyton Pritchard had 13 and 2. Surprisingly, the Celtics are now 1 and 2. And if not for the Tatum miracle shot, could have easily been 0 and 3. Let's now go to our third featured game for today. Oh, this one. Yes, sir. Damian Lee. Boom. And giving the Warriors their first win of the season. A heartbreaker for the Bulls. And look at the Warriors celebrating like they've won the championship. You know that it's not really going well for them when they're celebrating a win against the Bulls like this. Oh my goodness, Stephen Curry enjoying every moment of it. So let's look at the stats. Steph doing his best to propel them to a 1-point win against the lowly Chicago Bulls, 129-128. Curry had 36 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. Andrew Wiggins decided to show up with 19, 9, and 4. Eric Pascal at 15, 2, and 2. Zach LaVine, super effort as well, 33.7 boards and 3 dimes. Lauri Markkanen had 23, 7, and 1. And Wendell Carter Jr., 22, 13, and 4. But all of those for naught as they lost to the Warriors by 1. And finally, just in, by the way, this is just in. So we have here Marc Gasol to LeBron for the finish. LeBron tweaked his ankle, by the way, in the second quarter. The same ankle that he injured in opening night. So there's some worry there, but let's see how they'll handle that injury. LeBron did come back and play, and the Lakers demolished the Timberwolves, easily beating them even without Anthony Davis. So let's now go to the stats. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. 127-91. LeBron had 18, 9, and 5. Kuz had a really good game. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Had that chase down block on Anthony Edwards, and he was hitting all his threes during the first half. Marc Gasol finally had a good game. 12.7 boards and 8 assists. Rookie Anthony Edwards was the lone bright spot for them for the Wolves, 15, 4, and 2. Okay, so those are the featured games for today. Very enjoyable day in the NBA. Buzzer beaters, highlights galore. Enjoyable day indeed. So let's now go to the quick dimer thoughts. Here we go, quick dimer thoughts. This is how we dime. So for today, we will be talking about none other than the 2017 first overall pick, Markelle Fultz. Yes, sir. What a ride for Markelle, right? You know, you all know the story. He had that funky injury. No one knew about it. We didn't really know why he got that injury in the first place. All of a sudden, it's like Markelle from Summer League, who was literally balling, to Markelle cannot shoot anymore. And all this release from the free throw line that we couldn't understand. And then missing the whole season. And then not really getting his rhythm. You know, he tried to come back the following season, didn't work out as well. He was gone. He was traded. And then, lo and behold, he found a home here with the Orlando Magic. And the Magic really believes in him. You know, the Magic gave him that big contract, $50 million extension. And Markelle is rewarding him with his super solid play to start the season. Markelle Fultz is balling. He had 26 here against the Washington Wizards today. Yesterday, he had 21. And more than the stats, it's just him balling out, looking like the Markelle Fultz of, you know, old, the guy that we saw dominate college basketball, average 25, 5, and 23, 5, and 5, something like that. And then on his way to becoming the #1 overall pick. And it seems like his confidence, his swag is back as well. He's no longer afraid. He's no longer thinking about it too much. You know, he's just playing out there. And I'm really very, very happy for Markelle. I hope this is his breakout year indeed. I hope that he continues balling. And I think the Magic deserves, you know, all of this good play from Markelle, simply because they never gave up on him and they completely, you know, gave him the opportunity to be at his very best. You know, sometimes that's all the young players need. They just need time. They just need someone to trust them, to, you know, wait for them to develop. And here it is. Magic, obviously, that gamble to trade for Markelle Fultz has obviously paid off. They now have their guard for what? The next 5 years or so, more than that. You know, they have a guard who can be really a part of their franchise for a very, very long time. So congratulations to Markelle Fultz. I'm sure I'm not just the only one, but many of us are really happy to see this kid balling again, because he really, man, you know, when things were not going well for him, it was just so hard not to feel bad for him. So for him to be able to come back from that, and now he's playing well, super happy for Markelle. Okay. So let's now go to the top plays of the night, my favorite segment. Yes, sir. So let's now proceed to number 5. What do we have in store at number 5? We have Kyrie with a switcheroo. Nice between the legs crossover. Oh, right to left. World B flat over LaMelo. Schooling the young kid, LaMelo Ball. Let's now go to number 4. At number 4, we have Josh Green, the rookie from Arizona, getting his playing time. Oh my goodness. Josh Green showing us the hops. The rookie playing, or was able to play a lot because they were up, or they won the game by 51. Nice slam there by Josh Green. Let's now go to number 3. At number 3, we have display from Andre Drummond. Yes, sir. The G of Sports Daily News is balling. Man, Sports Daily News very fortunate to have this guy on his fantasy league team. Drummond looks really good. Look at that. He looks slim. How about the steal and the finesse layup from the big fella? Wow, Andre Drummond. And now let's go to number 2. At number 2, we have this one. Oh, Damian Lee. Yes, sir. Giving the Warriors their first win, 129-128. And the Warriors and Steph celebrating like they won the championship once again. Marcus Chris, by the way, out for the season. So this is a good morale booster for this struggling Warriors team. Tough loss for the Bulls, by the way. Let's now go to number one. And at number one, of course, I think everyone knows this already. Scary Terry. Oh my! Kevin Durant has been playing well, but Scary Terry Rozier the third posterizing Kevin Durant. That was sick. Terry Rozier. And more than that, they beat the Nets. Oh my goodness. The Hornets with a major upset. And Terry Rozier, a poster for a lifetime. Yes, sir. And those are the top plays of the night. Let's now proceed to this one. Okay, so now let's go to our shout outs. So again, many thanks to, as always, Sports Daily News for collaborating with us on the Pin and Dime segment. And then many thanks also to City Clothing Company. Who else? A lot of people, and I want to thank on Instagram. City Clothing, and then Sports Daily News, as mentioned. And then there's this guy, Nets all day. And I'm sorry the Nets lost, my man, but thank you as well. Thank you also to Daniel Miles. Again, City Clothing, thank you as well. Guys like Glenn Napoles, thank you for supporting the podcast. Gregory Stokes, thank you as well. So these are just some of the people there who have been really helping us here on Instagram. So thank you to everyone. Thank you also to everyone who's been supporting us on Facebook and also on Twitter. There we go. So that's it. Let's now proceed to this one. Again, for those who haven't done it yet, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell. And then smash the like button, please, and leave a comment and share the video. I would really appreciate that. We're halfway through. You want, of course, to reach the 1,000 subscriber mark. So we're halfway there. I hope you can help me out reach that eventually. So again, thank you. What a day for all the NBA fans. Such an enjoyable day. So many good games and all of that. So we'll see you again on the next episode of the Daily Dime series of the Dropping Dimes podcast. This is J.I. Dimes saying, Terry Rozier III. Oh my goodness. Keep safe, everyone.